girl. And so if you guys don't know, Miss Roberta Pacino is an amazing artist. She's an amazing individual that is taking her artwork to the next level. And I assure you that her artwork is more than art. It is a conversation at the end of the day where she blends fantasy with reality in her creative work. She offers a range of products, including fine art prints, jewelry boxes, metal art, and she shares her artistic journey and her products in her Kiss of Fame podcast in the metaverse that you guys all should come and join. She just wrapped up her season 1. She'll be back with season 2, and you better buckle up because you definitely need to go and visit her amazing Etsy store that she showcases on her Biz in a Box. And she has been able to transform her business. And so without further ado, Miss Roberta Pacino, welcome. Is there anything I missed that you want to share with the people?
Are we going live? Going live? I'm in.
Yes, ma'am. We are live. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
No, we talked about me going live. Okay. No, I think you covered everything, David.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Excuse me if my voice is a little hoarse and squeaky because I have a cold. I don't know if it sounds as bad to you as it does to me, but yeah. So, well, when I grew up, when I was just a little girl, my mother and father were involved in musical theater. They did plays for, the local playhouse, and I spent a lot of time watching them rehearse. My mother was in West Side Story, and I think I know the lyrics to every one of those songs. I sat in the audience over and over again. And my father directed and acted. So they were dancers, and I used to watch them dance a lot. And actually in the house, up and down the living room, they would do ballroom dancing. My uncle, who's my mother's brother, was also an actor, but he was also in musical theater. He could sing and dance. And I was named after him, actually, Uncle Robert Salvio. And yeah, so I was very close with him. He was in, I guess the biggest role he had on stage was in Cabaret. He was in the traveling company. And he went all over the country playing the same part that Joel Grey played. And I watched that play from the sound booth over and over again. So I was exposed a lot to that. And, of course, my brother is an actor, and, I've been around film and stage my whole life.
I love it. I love it, Miss Roberta. So, can you share a little bit more about, your art and, what was that moment that you said, you know what, I'm doing this thing. And then you just start going.
Oh, yeah. So actually, I was sort of newly divorced, and I got an apartment, and sort of, I mean, by a few years. And I got this apartment, and it had all these blank walls on it. And I thought, I need stuff on the wall. So I thought, well, I'm gonna draw something. And so I drew a picture, and I thought, oh, this is great. And I hung it up on the wall, and I just kept drawing, sketching with pencil. And I loved my stuff. I could really express myself through doing that. And I thought, oh, I gotta put some color to this, though. I really want to learn how to paint. And I didn't know how to paint at all. This was maybe 6 years ago now. So I looked around, and I found a class that was like 2 blocks from me that a woman from India was teaching an art class. And so I took her class, And she just said, you hold the paintbrush this way. This is how you move the paint on the canvas. I didn't know how to do it at all. And so I started painting and I just kept going. And that's how it started. And I just loved it. And I can do it. I'm like, this is amazing. I could have done this my whole life and I didn't know it. People that knew me, they said, we didn't know you could paint. And I said, well, that's because I didn't know. So yeah, it's incredible. It was really life changing. It's an amazing way to express myself, and I love it.
with art that provokes dialogue and kindles
And so, Miss Roberta, if you could, share more with us about, your art and things of that sort in your Etsy store.
Okay, so I was painting these pictures that I feel that are important. They all have something to say, and they inspire a lot of discussion. People tell me when they bring them in their home that people just stand around and talk about the picture. So yeah, so I thought, well, okay, I'm going to put these out, and I've got an Etsy shop. And in the Etsy shop, I have a lot of products that have my pictures kind of incorporated on them, like coffee mugs with the paintings on them, and lots of really interesting, beautiful products. I also sell prints of my paintings, and they come just in an open edition prints, and then I have them also framed. And my Etsy store can be found at my Biz in the Box, robertapacino.io, and there's a link right there to the Etsy store. And it makes it really easy to get to my the front page of my site, and you can see all the different categories of products I have.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, guess what, folks? We're going to continue this show and we're going to be able to showcase the amazing Etsy store of Roberta Pacino. You ready? Here we go.
Yay.
So, Miss Roberta, would you like to share a little bit more about, your Etsy store and some of the things that, you have in your Etsy store? Don't tell anybody about what's going on, but, share a little bit more about the intricacy of your actual Etsy store.
Uh, well, I have about the different products that I have in the Etsy store. Is that what
Yeah.
you're asking? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. I've got coffee mugs in 15 ounce and 11 ounce, and they make great gifts. And I've got to say that I have people that buy every one I make, and then I have people who have just said, "Oh, I love your mugs." So and they I drink coffee with it every morning, and they're really neat. I mean, they've got my pictures on them, and they're really really clear, and I put the whole painting on there. And so anyway, I'm in love with my mugs too. I've got a lot of them myself. And then something new that I've come out with pretty recently are jewelry boxes. I have four of my different paintings on they're little jewelry boxes. And they're absolutely great gifts. I mean, if you have especially a female, I guess guys might use it, but they're really for women, I think, mostly. And just to put, throw your earrings in, stuff like that, like instead of just sticking it loosely somewhere, you have a place to keep it. I love to have a jewelry box. So yeah, so I have these jewelry boxes now, so check them out. And well, always my prints, because you can have the pictures and they're really reasonably priced, and then you can get some of them and frame them and group them together, or just keep them without frames. Um, let's see, and then I have them framed. I also sell them framed, or you can buy the print and get a frame on your own. I have these brand new product, are these oven mitts that feature some of the paintings I do that are they're really a lot of them are these animals that are eating the food that they particularly eat, like chipmunks eating pumpkin seeds, and rabbits eating carrots, things like that. And they're featured on these mitts, and they're perfect for the kitchen, perfect for a cook. I mean, they're really awesome, and they're great mitts too. They're nice, heavy duty mitts. Yeah, let's see, what else do I have that's really amazing? I have aprons, also are good for the kitchen, and they have these, kitchen and kind of chef inspired pictures on them. Um, I have lots of other things too. What else? I'm trying to think of what else I have. But anyway, come check it out. Go to robertapacino.io, click on Etsy, and you can see everything that I've got in the store.
Yeah, and also, your amazing jewelry boxes, right? That you have in your store, and you've done an amazing job with showcasing that. What inspired that? Because I know when we talked about doing your jewelry box, you were very excited about this. So, what's significant about the jewelry boxes? There has to be some type of story behind it that you might have.
Hmm. Well, I had somebody steal my earrings one time because I just had them laying out. I didn't have them in a jewelry box. They were just laying out on my dresser, and somebody came in that did some work, a plumber, and after he left, my gold earrings were missing. So I think that they're really good for safekeeping. Put them in the jewelry box, and it's not going to be so easy for somebody to just grab them. That might not sound like a positive thing, but yeah, I mean, that's why you have them, to keep your like little treasures in a special place. Um, so I think that, and also, um, yeah, I'm actually, I have a background in jewelry, and I'm actually a certified gemologist. And it's a neat place to keep like little the gemstones that you've been collecting. They're very small, and they're very valuable. So that inspired it. I think everybody needs one. I should put like something that's more, maybe something a guy would be interested in. I'm painting different pictures for men too, on a jewelry box, because I think they need them too, because men have jewelry. So. these are fine art prints. They're on museum quality paper. They don't, the ink doesn't fade or anything like that. It uses really good ink, and they're I have them loose, just where you just buy the print, and they're very inexpensive, really. And I'll have several different sizes available. I think they go up to 18 by 24 and start off at 9 by 11. And then I have those prints in frames, and they're available, and it's a wooden frame, and they're available in black, brown, and white frame color. So some of the prints, and you can look at them. You can go to the Etsy site, and I have them all like in the different colors, so you can see which one you like the best. Some of them I think look better in white, a white frame, if there's a lot of white in the print, and it depends, on your decor. So that's how I would shop for those. But the prints are really high quality, JK prints, so they're good. I wanted to put my stuff on good paper, so that's what you're getting. They're matte. They're not like glossy. Okay, some options. Okay, first of all, I do sell them in framed on my Etsy shop. If you want to frame it yourself, like you want a different kind of frame, maybe you want a really ornate gold frame or something, you could buy the frame separately from, say, Amazon or something like that, or you could go to a local shop. And all my pictures are standard sizes, so you'll find frames that are, already packaged, rather than taking, because custom framing can be pricey. It depends what you want to spend. But you can find an already, pre-packaged frame available for much less, and pick up the frame you want. So that's the different ways to do it. To either have it like custom framed and really fancy. You can get it matted. Then somebody I know took one of my prints and did that, put it in this gorgeous frame, double matted, and put a plaque on it, that's got my name on it and stuff. And it is stunning. It looks so good. So that's not something that Etsy offers or that I can offer, but that's something that you could do on your own at a shop like a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's, something like that. Yeah. Okay, so these are they're printed on metal. It's on aluminum. They're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I've got samples shipped to me, and I could not believe it. I mean, they just glow. They're beautiful. They're available from my website. They're not on Etsy. Okay. So the prints that you see on Etsy are what they call open edition. So they're not numbered. I could keep printing more. These metal prints are numbered, so I'm only going to print 50 of each, and I only have 2 available. So when they're gone, I'm never going to make any more of those. So that's what makes them valuable. It makes them more valuable because there's only going to be so many of them, and that's it. As far as hanging them, they have they're meant to be kind of got a floating look. So they have a built-in kind of hanger on the back to where they stand. Oh, I think they're like a 3/4 of an inch from the wall. And so you hang it up and it has, so it does not have a frame. It's meant to hang that way. And that comes already pre-installed with the picture. They come with a certificate of authenticity. They each has a different number. It's signed by me. And they're available. Yeah, they're available at robertapacino.io. uh, yeah, I would think that there is. It's not going to tear, you know. As far as burn, I don't think it would burn the same way as paper, but I can't say what would happen to it, you know, in a fire. That's a good question. I don't know. I think, yeah, I think it's obviously more durable than paper. But if you get a paper print and you frame it and you put it behind glass, and you know that's going to last you a long time too. So I would say it's comparable to that. It's like a framed print. It's protected that way. It's on a nice solid piece of metal. It's not just like a paper thin or anything. It's substantial. Yeah, yeah. It's got that. Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, these are good. And yeah, well, I get samples of what I sell just to check them out, you know, before I sell them to make sure that they're good quality. I've gotten some things I'm like, no, I'm not going to put that in the shop, you know. It's several things actually. So yeah, I think that you know that's they're kind of quality controlled by me. Yeah. Well, I do love these lamps. They're absolutely a cool way to display art. You know, they light up. There's, you know, I have a few. I think I have 4 different selections. Sometimes I'll try one and I'll think, yeah, you know, it doesn't make a great lamp, but the ones I have make really good lamps. And because I would like to see my stuff, in homes. And sometimes, people want a variety of choices, and that way they can have a piece of my art. It's completely unique. You know, like nobody else is going to have a lamp like that. And it's practical, it's functional. I mean, we need lamps. So they're small. I mean, there's one that's like, doesn't, it's not on a, it's just on like a little stand look, and it's absolutely tiny. Would be perfect in a small space. There's themes that would look good in a child's room. So yeah, check out my lamps. They're awesome. They really are awesome. About the journals and notebooks, I think they're closer to 5 by 7, but I don't really remember the exact size. But they're something like that. They're not real tiny, and they're not a big notebook. They're lined, and the paper's lined, and the covers are beautiful. They're brilliant. Just vibrant colors that feature my art. Uh, so they're great to have around, to take notes, to keep recipes in. I have one that has my Sicilian comfort, which is my spaghetti picture that has been really popular, especially with the Italians. And I think it's a great thing to put recipes in. So that's I have in my the one with the garden picture on it would be great to keep track of different things you're doing outdoors in your garden. So that's yeah, those are lined. And then I do have, I don't know if you asked about the note cards. I just brought back my note cards, which are smallish. They're in, 4 by 5-ish, 4 point something, 5 point something. And they're blank inside, and they sell in packs of 8, 16, or 24. And, right now I'm offering them blank because I feel like, well, you can just write whatever you want. It can be a thank you note, or it could be a party invitation. And they have my paintings on them. So they're really cool too. Yes, I have just a couple of selections of the aprons. They're unisex. They look good on, get your husband cooking or barbecue, and it's a great gift item. And they've got some really, let's see, I have the garden gathering. I think I have the garden gathering, the Sicilian comfort. And they're really conversation pieces while you're cooking. And they're beautiful, and they're functional, and they're just you just have to get one for somebody or for yourself. You have to have one of my aprons. That's yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, it does. Thank you for asking about my socks. uh, and they're popular too. They're really nice socks. Those are the only ones I wear. They feel good on. They're just right for me. They're not too tight. Like I can't stand when they're too tight. And so yeah, I put my pictures on there. They're really great gifts. They're great stocking stuffers. My grandson is he's running now. He's doing this a track, and he's asking for more of my socks. He says Nana's socks are the best socks. He loves them. So he's got to do a commercial for me, I guess. But they really are comfortable and nice, and I get a lot of compliments on them. Um, and my pictures show up pretty well on them too, so they look good. They're art. They're wearable art. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This doesn't do. They don't do that. Yeah. So yeah. I just thought of it right now while we're talking because of, he wants some of my socks for Christmas, and he was telling me how he loves them. So yeah, I have to have him do something. Let's see how he is on camera. Well, Well, I do, but I'm looking for other ways to express my art in other kinds of jewelry. I love them. They're pendants and they're beautiful, but they're tiny. They don't show the whole picture. They showed my favorite part of the picture. and and I actually, like I said, I mentioned earlier that I have I have a background in jewelry making. I went to actually to the what is it? The Texas Institute of Jewelry Technology in Paris, Texas, and studied real jewelry making and got certified as a gemologist. That was years and years ago, and I didn't pursue that, but I'm having a renewed interest because I have my art now, and how can I incorporate it? So that was the pendants with the pictures on it. I have a few selections. Um, that was the best way that I have to incorporate my art right now on jewelry, and they're beautiful. And yeah, I'm right now considering other ways that I can do it. Also, I haven't come up with anything yet because I want the picture, to show, and what really looks good as jewelry. It's going to take some designing. But yeah, so yeah, check out the jewelry. I've worn them and had people. I get all kinds of compliments on them. I've had lots of people want them. So they're adorable. They have my animals on them, and yeah, so they're very popular. Okay, that's kind of a story there. Just I actually wrote a memoir that is still, I guess, a work in progress. I haven't published it or anything, but it's just kind of the story of my life, growing up an ordinary person, and then having this, my brother becoming so famous, really, it affected my life. That's how I named it. Kiss of Fame. It was a kiss of fame, and so it goes into what that was like, before and after. And there was a lot of adjusting and self-growth, I guess. um, yeah, and so that's where that name came from. It came from there, and and the inspiration to do the podcast is similar. I'm interested in the effects of fame because even though I didn't get famous, fame affected me, and I think it's not just that kind of fame, but how do people deal with maybe a sibling or a best friend or something becoming super successful, and how does that affect the person that's the friend of the famous person, or the relative, or the children of famous people. There's a lot going on there, and I think it's fascinating. So all this, and yet, and everybody wants to be famous, and yet they want to stay true to themselves. So this is about that. It's about the road to success. What we do as entrepreneurs and artists, we need to get out there, but how we deal with it, how we deal with the attention, and I love interviewing people. I have a fascination with people. I love to hear their stories, and I always have, and this kind of gives me a platform to really to get to know people and talk to them and find out how they, what do they do on the road to success and fame. So yeah, that kind of inspired Kiss of Fame. It says a lot, just the title. It and doing it in the metaverse is amazing. So, do you have any other questions about it?
The
Yes, diverse because we're all affected by it. We're all affected by the challenges, the glamour, and the grit on the road to success and fame. So yeah, I had you guys were on it, Natara and David from the Hello LLC. That was really fascinating to talk all things metaverse and 3D, a digital marketing agency. So that was fantastic. Um, I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of connection issues here all of a sudden. Okay, I'm good. So, and they built, they actually built out the podcast studio for me, and I just love it. It's just gorgeous. You'll have to come visit. Uh, um, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was amazing. Then I had Sarah Tink Mapelli. She's an artist and a healer and a bee dancer. And she's the person who got me involved in the metaverse, actually talked me into getting a headset. And I got a headset, and I got a store and a gallery and a different platform than this one. and that got me started. And she does these amazing dances with bees. Yeah, so it is really diverse, but that's how the metaverse is. It's a place for everybody here. And yeah, she's an amazing healer and artist and person. And then I had Allison, and Allison, by the way, for some reason, Morano, Allison Morano, sorry, Allison. Anyway, she developed the Metaverse Chamber of Commerce, and she's all about bringing people into the metaverse, and she's very upbeat and positive, and she's just a joy to be around when it comes to discussing technology, and she sees the metaverse as becoming like the internet where everybody's involved, and it's not going to be too long from now. And she sees it happening because she worked in the early days of the internet when people didn't believe her when she said everybody will be getting on the internet, everybody's going to have a website, and they're like, no way, And so she said it's the same thing with the metaverse. So that was really cool. I had Eddie Sicoli, who is an actor, and he's a filmmaker now and a musician. And his very, 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 very first acting part was as an extra in the wedding scene in The Godfather. So it's like amazing instant connection with Eddie. And yeah, he's really great. He's doing all kinds of things now, and he wanted to tell us, keep on going. Um, don't quit. It doesn't matter how old you get. Keep on going. And he's making movies and starring in them now. So yeah, he's right. Keep on going. I had Fran Bailey, who's a healer, and she developed a method called the Shiva method, which is an amazing method for transformation. And I actually sat in on a guided meditation with her last week, which was absolutely awesome. So her name's Fran Bailey, and she's I felt so good after she actually demonstrated a little bit of her Shiva method, and it really does have a healing effect. Um, and then Eric Rivas and Michael Musto. Eric is a filmmaker and a director, and he makes really gritty kind of films. And he shared that he's a graffiti artist, and he said the graffiti artist is all about fame, going for fame. You want people to say, "Hey, I saw you up on the side of the building when I drove by," that kind of thing. And he takes that energy and puts that into his films. And he brought in Michael Musto, who's a journalist who writes a popular column. He's very well known, and he's been in a lot of Eric's films, and they shared their experiences collaborating, and they were both amazing and upbeat and exciting people to interview. I think that was it. And so that was, and for my last podcast, I did I did it with the Women's World in conjunction with the Women's World Metaverse Retreat. And I did Shine and Shadow, Navigating the Dual Sides of Fame. And we talked about, what it's like on the road to success and fame, all the different challenges we deal with, and how to navigate that, because we're all going to get famous. We're all going to be successful, and so we need to know how to do that. Yeah, so I loved doing the podcast. That was my last one for the season, and season 2 is yet to be announced. Well, first of all, I love new technology, and I just find it stimulating myself. It's just so exciting. But I think that it's also attention getting. Not everybody's doing a podcast at the metaverse, so I think you may I may stand out. Somebody else who does it in the metaverse says, "Wow, what is this? It's coming from the metaverse." So and I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying that. There's multiple ways to experience the metaverse. Like this on this platform, we can use a VR headset, which is what I'm in right now, and it's or you can do it on your computer or on your phone. So the thing that's amazing is that people can come on their computer, and my guess, because I'm like, how do I get people in the metaverse if they don't have a headset? Well, and it's not, even though it's getting more and more popular, most people don't have one yet. So now they can come on their phone. So my guess, or on their computer. So my guest would come on their computer, and I could be, in VR on my headset and handle it differently. So that is what makes it work, I think, right now, is that we can do it all different ways. I think that's all I had to say right now. Do you have another question? Well, to continue on why I love the metaverse, it is so challenging, because we're learning all the time. So I'm just loving every minute of it, really. Yes, David?
Yes, Roberta.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay. Well, what I was asking was the simple fact that utilizing the metaverse has been absolutely amazing for you and your business, and especially showcasing your artwork. Do you want to tell people a little bit about your amazing art gallery that is in the metaverse that you share with people?
Well, I have the gallery that's in my Kiss of Fame podcast studio. Are we talking about that gallery?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so you can come to the studio, and then you can just walk around, and you can see all my paintings. Actually, we gotta add some more because it's been a while since we added some, but most of my paintings there, bigger than life, really. I mean, they're huge, which is awesome. It's awesome to see them like that. They actually could be printed that big, but they're relatively huge compared to your avatar that's walking around. So yeah, take a look, and you can also, I believe, can't we purchase through? Isn't there a link to each one that goes to right to my Etsy store that they could actually make a purchase? Right from the metaverse? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you make the purchase actually, you go to the browser from the metaverse, and you could browse the Etsy store and actually make a purchase from there, but see it in the metaverse and see it big. Yeah, so that's really amazing, and it's going that way more and more. So, yeah, come check it out. It's at well, you have to search Roberta Pacino, and you'll see my Kiss of Fame studio there, and check it out, and then walk around. You can walk around the studio, but walk around all the way around the outskirts and see all my paintings. Yeah, it's very nice, beautiful.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, what we are going to do is we're going to talk about your amazing Black Friday sales, your Cyber Monday sales, your small business sales, and especially, with you being a part of our membership, you guys can definitely, go to Roberta's Biz in a Box at robertapacino.io, and you're going to be able to see these amazing opportunities that she's been able to give people, from her 25% off of her actual Etsy store that you definitely want to be able to take advantage of now. That's going to go from now until December 25th. And Ms. Roberta, do you want to share with the people the amazing things that you do have on sale for 25% off right now that they can go to your Biz in a Box and get?
Yeah, so starting on Monday, there's my amazing joy boxes that we talked about. They're gorgeous. Get one for somebody you love or get one for yourself. They can keep all their treasures in there, and it has my paintings on it. I have 4. I think I have, my pure presence, kind of a winter scene and a garden gathering and 2 others. And then I have the oven mitts that are heavy duty, awesome oven mitts. And they have my pictures on them. That's the thing. They're not just oven mitts, but they're art. So it's really cool because you can have art in so many different ways. And like I say, it's not just art, it's a conversation. And definitely the art on the oven mitts is a conversation. Then what do I have my mugs. My mugs, they come in 11 ounce and 15 ounce. So if you like a big mug, 15 ounce. If you like something a little lighter weight, the 11 ounce, and they're all beautiful. The pictures are vivid, they're just really gorgeous on the mugs. And what was the other one that I had? I have one more. Was it the socks? I'm not sure. Do you guys remember? We're going to show the ad, right?
Yes.
Yes. It just slips my mind. Yeah. So for 25% off starting Monday, and that goes through for about 5. I guess it's about 5 days, the 30th or something. So check it out.
Yeah, I absolutely love it, Miss Roberta. This is so important for you guys to support and share. And really, instead of you going to the store and buying some rankety-dinky, ordinary coffee cup or some ordinary, apron or some ordinary jewelry box, definitely get it now, right? So it can be here for the holidays. And, share that significance of, Roberta Pacino. If you know somebody that's a huge fan, this is a great opportunity because, as they say, it's a thought that counts at the end of the day. And so, with that being said, Mr. Roberta, anything you want to share with the people before we get out of here?
So is this the last thing are we gonna show the Black Friday? Did we show it, the Black Friday sale? Thank you for coming, everybody. Check out my website, robertapacino.io, and click into all my things. I also have my Spotify on there, so you can listen to the podcast. And you can click into my Etsy store and see all my products. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Are we closing now?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. Okay.
That's
thank
it. That's it.
Check out my my Black Friday sale. Starts Monday. 25% off my Etsy shop on selected items.
I love it. And so without further ado, guys, definitely go to robertapacino.io and take advantage of those amazing sales. And we want to thank you, Miss Roberta, for joining us in the Hello Plaza in Metaverse, right? That you all can join from yourself, people watching us on all the different platforms.